Okay, so in this video we are going to learn about pivot and how do we record a macro, which is more comprehensive in nature. So over here, the data set which I have taken was a part of Unit 1, and I have taken the same database just to maintain the harmony across the data which has been used across units. All right. Uh, so this data was taken from NSC, and the security name has been given to us. Nifty 50 data has been given to us, and security name and the industry which has been given to us. Now we have to create a pivot table for this, putting industry as a filter or industry as a row input, and then see how it works. So first of all, we have to go to a macro. We can write a recorder macro, uh, pivot macro. We can provide a name as a pivot macro in this workbook and click OK. So it starts, it's already started. The recording is already started. So I will select the entire data set. All right. I can include all the datas or include up till whatever is available. Click on insert, click on pivot table. Okay. The data has been given to us and it's new worksheet. I'll click OK. New worksheet has been created. My industry would be a part of my rows. My or industry can be a part of my rows, and then equity share capital is the sum value over here. Or I can also have industry as a part of my filter, or I can also part of my rows. Okay, because I've changed, so this pivot will obviously record that as well. Okay, and that's pretty much. I can choose to stop this pivot particular recording a macro, which is over here. If I click, it says stop. Okay, if I click that, now I can go and view the macro. It will be recorded as a pivot macro, and if I click on edit, then it's very simple. Okay, it's not as complicated as we thought of. Okay, so initially I started with row A5, which is over here. I started with A5, A5 select, then selection up to the right. So then I did this right, down, down, then I went down again. Okay, and then I up again. So it recorded that as well, down, down, and then up again. Okay, then select sheet add, because I created a pivot and it added a. So when I click here, insert, when I click on pivot table, it was a new sheet and I clicked OK. So it was a new sheet. Okay, and then the pivot has been created using this. Okay, with the pivot table 1 as name. Okay, it was a part of sheet 3, which is over here, sheet 3. Okay, cell 3 comma 1. All right, and with that, all right, and then it has created a row which is pivot table 1. Equity industry was a part of my rows. So when I click this, industry is part of my rows, which has been mentioned over here clearly. Which has been mentioned over here clearly. Industry as part of my rows, which is row field. Okay, equity capital is the sum of equity capital, which is over here, over here. Then I moved row to my filter, so it is page filled. It has again, so it is called as page filled. So industry moved back to the page filled, and industry moved back to a row field, and then that's the end of my pivot table. Okay, now what does it mean if even if I delete, even if I close this, even if I delete this sheet, delete the sheet. Okay, and even if I run this macro again, saying that pivot macro run. Okay, it will tell me that it is a debugging error. Okay, why it is a debugging error? Because it says that you have to go to the sheet 3. Okay, So I have to have that sheet 3 with me, which is sheet 3. And now it will, now let's see what it happens. If I run this macro again, view macro, run this macro, it will create. Okay. So this is, so whatever you have written over here, that sheet has to be present over there. Okay. In the subsequent videos, we will also see how to provide that dynamic nature to that particular pivot table. How do we provide, create any particular sheet, okay, and then create a macro over there. How do we do that? We will see that. So this is a basic macro. I must urge every student to go through this to create or record a macro using a pivot table. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you.